If there's one thing I really wish was told to me when I first started having kids, is that a child is not going to learn something if you aren't teaching it to them. And I say this because that seems obvious, but a lot of times, especially when the children are little, like under 5, people will be like, well, all children learn at different rates, and everybody develops differently. And I do believe that to some extent. My oldest child, gross motor, came so easy to him. My youngest one, I had to work with him a little bit. But there's an aspect of it that the easiest way for your child to learn that stuff, for some of the reason that one child may know it and the other doesn't, is just because the parent has talked about it to them, has worked on it with them. Like, it's not an overnight thing. They got that. It's purposeful. And they got that because the parent taught them that, or the teacher or whatever has taught them that. Like, you have to give them the ability to learn. And here's my example. So when Isaiah had turned 2, I had seen other kids on TikTok and had seen that they already knew their colors, for example. And as I'm seeing in the comments, and people are like, well, my child doesn't even talk, and mine doesn't do this, and everybody learns at different rates, and everybody develops differently. And I was like, okay, yeah. And so later at a parent-teacher conference, I had said, like, hey, do you guys work with colors with them? And she was like, well, we really just, if we see an object, we are constantly calling it and describing it. So this banana is yellow, for example. And it was like a light bulb moment. I was like, well, duh. Like, if I want my child to know colors, I just need to start talking about colors. And so I started, anytime I saw something, we have those books where you would look through and you'd read and different. That is the brown bear. What color is that? Brown. And it was very repetitive. We did tons of color works. And I mean, within a couple weeks, my child knew all the colors. Same with shapes. My child knows octagon, knows hexagon, knows stars, knows diamonds. It's because I have worked with him on those repeatedly. My child can count to 20, and he is 2.5. So it's hit or miss sometimes, but every time we go down the stairs, we count the stairs. Every time we see something, we go, that's 2, 1, 2. Children are not just teaching themselves that, they are being taught that. And if you are worried they aren't doing something, I would also consider how much of it are you assisting them with? How much are you really, whenever you're spending time with them, directing your effort towards the thing that you are worried about? Now, my youngest, I'm more worried about gross motor. So I have looked up a ton of PT exercises, and I truly believe, like, the reason he is crawling and things like that is because I have made it a point to do those exercises with him. And I know this isn't to parent shame. I know this seems very, very simple, but it was legitimately a light bulb moment for me of like, hey, sometimes it's not just that some children get stuff better than the others. Sometimes it is legitimately that parent is working with them. And while you're seeing the product, none of that happened overnight. So you have to constantly be working with them. I don't know, maybe this helps somebody. Like I said, for me, it was just seeing a lot of, like, every child develops differently. And I feel like there was a big piece of the puzzle that you don't always get from 30-second clips online. Okay, bye.